Hey y'all, I realized this message was way bigger than me. I literally just took a hot shower, washed my hair, put on some lotion, and was like, I'm about to work out with white hair. And I was like, no, I need to give this message with no makeup, no nothing, just some good light, hair still dripping, and with the stretch marks out, everything. I was inspired through a negative comment. Normally, I feel like I am driven by positivity. I'm always like, positive energy only, positive vibes only. I only invite positivity. Well, today God seemed fit to allow me to still have this inspiration come from a compliment followed by an insult, another compliment followed by another insult that this person thought would dig harder. It's okay. I'm realizing that I've elevated in my integration between my shadow self and who I am now. I'm realizing that all those mean things that have ever been said to me in my life, they were a blessing. I'm used to having people saying, what happened to your eye? What happened to your eye? I received second and third degree burns to my face as a 10-month-old and I survived. And yeah, I can still see. Why don't you have tattoos, Marquette? I have burns, scars, whelps from head to toe. Why do I need tattoos? Even here, from a closer exam, got your one right there. There's one right there, right there, right there. There's so many that I literally, right there. There's so many. I just lose count. Like, I don't really think about all the things I've endured, all the pains that I've had, any of that. It's not in void for me. I realized that my face swells up because I have allergies. My face will puff up in the proximity of a cat or a dog. That's life. At this point, it's life. I realized that my beauty is intrinsic. My joy is intrinsic. It doesn't come from external compliments or praise. While yes, I do enjoy compliments and praise, but most days I actually don't get what you think I would. I normally get someone trying to knock me off my high horse. I normally get people trying to belittle me because my little content creation is not that great. Why do I feel the audacity to make so many videos that are so freaking long? Because I like to share my self-talk. I like to share what's on my heart, no matter how I look, how I feel, what I'm wearing, what I got going on. If I have a camera, some battery, and even no light, I'm gonna share. That's what I do. I'm a blogger. I'm a content creator. I realized that all these things were just tests. I was being tested to see how can you handle so much negativity. The spotlight isn't just bright. That bright light casts a shadow and a target on you. I realized that I've had a target my entire life. This is nothing new to me. I've always created polarities. People either really love me or they really hate me. People always feel really inspired or really jealous. Sometimes they're inspired, but they're jealous, so they watch, but they don't subscribe, follow, like, or anything else. It's okay. Honestly, at this point in life, I realize that's not a me problem. It's not my fault. It's not my problem. No worries. It means no worries. for the rest of your days. Yeah, I guess Hakuna Matata hit me harder than I realized when I was younger. I realized that one of the reasons I don't look like what I've been through is because it's not my weight to carry. We feel like life is something to fix. What if life is actually something to relax into? I feel like God gives us this box of crayons. In this box of crayons, it's a jumbo box. And each individual crayon is a talent, is a skill set, is an ability. But there's a catch to it. You have this grand box of crayons. The thing about it is you only have a limited time to actually use each one. That's where that neuroplasticity comes into mind. That's like your brain forms those little connections the more you do anything. So, we all have these innate abilities. Some people have the ability to speak. Some people have speaking about myself. Mine that I know of, I'm sure there's probably more. Speaking, singing, talking, learning stuff, sharing what I learned, teaching, gardening, cooking, baking, shopping, making people feel warm, welcomed, invited, and safe. I have a really innate ability to make people feel comfort. I think that's probably because my energy baseline is just soothing. I am one of those people with a normally low blood pressure. I don't stress. I don't really worry about stuff anymore. I used to, but not anymore. It's not my problem. If it's not in my control, why should I worry about it? I realized that by leaning into each thing in the crayon box, I build those neural connections, and then I'm realizing like, maybe I should try something else. It's one of the things I decided to try, painting a critter black and white. I had never done it before this, but I was like, I'm sure I can do it. Let's just see what happens. And this is what happened. Then I was like in my black and white phase, and I painted some more. That's gonna be hard to take off the wall. But then I was like, I wonder if I can paint fish, because I realized I could paint trees. And then I painted this. My kids really love this one because it's literally 3D because it's acrylic paints. Yeah, I'm an artist of all facets. So then I was like, I wonder if I can paint an owl. So I painted this owl, and then I was like, I wonder if I could do a blue and white like moonscape. So then I painted this. There are so many things that I've painted across the years and done. One of the favorites that I did, which was my very first time capturing myself on camera, creating art, was this. I did not use any outline or drawing. I literally just started painting. I didn't sketch it or anything, which was this. I realized that the way I approach learning is the gift. I approach learning the way I approach everything in life. I feel like I can do it. I may have to start over again, but there's joy in the doing. There's joy in the learning. I will start over as many times as I need to get what I actually desire. I realized that every time I was insulted, I was taking a step or two back because I took that as affirmation of maybe I shouldn't. So every time I used to be criticized, every time I used to just have someone tell me, well, I think it would be better if you did it this way. Or why do you feel the urge to do this? Why are you so compelled to be that person who feels like your opinion matters so much? And I'm like, well, it's an inclination. I feel like I am spoken to by something greater than me. And it is like somebody doing you like this with just a little splash of water. The more you ignore it, the more annoying it gets. And then you're just like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then as soon as you do it, you get this euphoric rush. And then you feel great. And then you're like, oh, so a release. So that's why. I realized that all the pain that I've endured was a gift. Every time I've been hit, every time I've been cussed out, every time someone tried to belittle me, every time someone tried to make me quit, every time someone tried to make my life harder, trying to make me have to start over, every single time was the gift. I realized that it's not what happens to you. It's not what's said to you. It is how are you going to keep going for your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, even when you feel like this, even through the pain. Yeah, you remember? I just had my teeth done. Even through the insults, even through the discomforts, even through the challenges of life. What are you going to do when you are in the midst of the storm? How are you going to handle it? Are you going to blame the world? Are you going to believe in yourself? The world will not save you. You can save you. You are the seed. You were given everything you need to be whatever you want to be. Life is funny that way. So, imagine you're a seed. You're being planted in the earth. You're covered by dirt. What is the dirt? Every insult, every lick, every time you've been beat, every time you've been cussed out, every time someone's belittled you, every time someone's stolen from you, every time someone's lied on you, every time someone's cheated on you, every time someone ghosted you, every time someone tried to give you a backhanded compliment, every time someone tried to point out your flaws, every time everyone has ever done anything that was not good. That is the dirt covering you. That is the water nurturing you. That is going to push you through your first test. You pass your first test, your first trials, your first everything, you're going to come up. You think you made it because now you can see the sun. You can feel the breeze. Now you're getting strength. You're getting that workout from the air. Okay, but that's just the beginning. That's where it all seems like it's only getting worse. Okay. So now that you literally finally found your footing, you think you've elevated, you think you've made it to this space of, I'm so much better than I was. I'm so proud of myself. Go me. Life is like, okay, round 2, ding, ding, ding. Are you ready? You're like, no, I ain't ready. I just got comfortable here. I want to stay here. Okay, but you'll never grow when you stay here. It's not how that works. So then, every day, you become a little stronger. You grow a little bit more. But what comes to make you stronger? Those hateful words, the hateful looks, those, why do you think you're better than someone else? Why do you think you can do this? What makes you so great that you can do this? Why don't you just quit? You're not even the best at this. You know, there's so many people who can sing better than you. There's so many people who can speak more eloquently than you. There's so many people who are better than you. That's the storm. That's the rain. That's the wind. That's the sun. But it's not breaking you. No. It is strengthening you. While on the surface, you seem to be in a place of stunt to the outside eye. But God knows, and you know, that they only see this much of your growth. They don't see how you're spreading roots from below. And with every negative thing, every negative pain, everything that went against what you desired was growing out of the frame. But here, you look the same. So then you get a little bit taller. Now you're sprouting branches. Now you're starting to have leaves. Now you're getting little bits of support here and there. Not too much. Whoa. That would be too much like right. Because as you grow up through this, you're starting to make people uncomfortable. Why do they think they can make it? Why do they feel like they're so grand? Why do they feel like they have so much power? That's making the haters hate harder. Hence the fact that 56 of people that watch my videos will never like, subscribe, or follow. It's okay. I have the people that do, and I am so grateful for y'all. It's okay. Your greatness cannot be hindered by the people who don't support you. It's okay. We don't need their support anyway. We have people who support us because I have you all. You all support me, so thank you. So now you're going through this phase. You're finally getting the leaves. You're finally getting the branches. And your roots are big. Oh, they're so big and grand that they are out of this. But now, instead of being this, you are this. And you have branches, you have leaves, now you have flowers. All those pains, all those groans, all those nights and tears that you didn't show, those made you stronger, not weaker. You were never weak. You were never meek. You were never the person they thought you were. You were just shielded from them. God did not want you to see that greatness. God sees all. God knows all. God has a plan for everyone, and he knows that not everyone is meant to go on the journey with you. What if he heard those conversations behind closed doors? What if I know he did hear those conversations behind closed doors. He did hear all the little jealous, all the skips of your videos, all the everything. He's seen it all. He heard it all. And he was like, maybe, they don't belong. They don't belong. But then, on the other hand, even though he knows this is making you stronger, he sees that you're starting to feel like nothing's going to work out. No one cares. Is this all for naught? Because you came to your final straw. So then he sends these helpers in your life. They don't want anything. They don't need anything from you. They just want to bless you. So he sends them in your life. And those are the little boosts that give you life. So if you're a rose bush and you have your flowers and your leaves, the people who come into your life that are there, that don't really need anything from you, but they'll They take a little, but they ensure the livelihood of everyone in their own magical way are the bees. They're the pollinators. They're the hummingbirds. And God's sending you these people right when you need them. He's sending this help right when you need it. Not because you just have to have it, but because He wants you to know that you are worth more than whatever the world thinks of you. So then, because you are being pollinated and you are producing flowers, then you're at a place where you're established. You no longer require a compliment. You no longer shrink from an insult. You're no longer stifling your creativity from negativity. And that's when you've known, and that's when you understand that you've grown to a place of fullness, of completion, the infinity, the 8 on the side. We never really know why we are going through the things that we're going through. We never really know whose life we will change by just being ourselves. For that, I am grateful for my pains. I'm grateful for my scars, all the surgeries, all the people who I thought would be there that weren't, all the insults, all the everything. I'm grateful for it. In the moment when I was crying, I was scarred up, I was welted, I was whipped, I was not grateful for it. But in life, when it came to being able to protect myself because of my pain tolerance, I was very grateful for it. Fun fact, when someone is used to getting hit and you hit them, they're not going to cringe from the pain, they're going to hit you back. Fun fact, when you have the endurance for and a tolerance for pain, pain does not stop you at all. When you learn that life is the gift and everything that God has for you is for you, it doesn't matter who doesn't like it. It doesn't matter who tries to stop you. It doesn't matter who thinks that by being a jerk to you that they can stop you. That's not how that works. If anything, this is just your wake-up call. This is just your moment before your breakthrough so that they can't take credit for what God has done in you, for you, through you, from your trials and tribulations. Just know, don't look back. Don't look back. When you look back, you'll turn to a pillar of salt. Behind you is just brimstone and fire. Ahead, there's light and purity because you took the road less traveled. Know that it is all working out for your good. Lean into all the things that bring you joy. Lean into all the things that bring you hope. Distance yourself from all the people who are trying to hurt you. As I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself, and it's scary. Like, it's literally scaring me a little bit right now, but it's hard. I know that I have proof that it always gets better. For the darkest moments, it's always so hard, and it always gets better. So, whatever it is, just know it's only going to get better. Okay? It's going to get better. I'm sending a virtual hug, energy, and love because it's going to get better. Okay? Later, y'all.